Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to do a fun get ready with me using some of my Sephora recommendations. I was asked if I would actually use the products, show them on my face, and I thought that is a brilliant idea. Always like to see things in action. I also included a few other things that I forgot to recommend, so a few more Sephora recommendations as well. But if you are interested in seeing how I created this look using some of my favorite Sephora products, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let's put some makeup on this face. I'm going to be using my Sephora favorites in this video to show you them in action. And I'm going to start with my favorite skin care product. This is from IDYL, and this is the Face Base Milk, and this was like love upon first try. It is basically a hybrid essence slash light moisturizer, and I just love it. So I'm going to take a couple drops, and I use this product daily, and it just adds a little extra layer of hydration to my skin. Okay, pulling my hair back, but this just feels so freaking amazing. Gives my skin a nice little boost of hydration, has hyaluronic acid in it, and I just love, love, love this product. I wanted to show you that product in action, and then I'm going to use the Super Goop, the Protectant. This is the Daily SPF tint, and I have this in the shade 20C. So you can use this just as your base. You can just use it as your tint. Today I'm going to use this as my SPF, and then I am going to use a foundation on top just because I had someone asking me to use that Guerlain foundation. So that was like my #1 pick. And I'm just going to try to do as many requests as possible in this video. But as you can see, this is just slightly tinted, and again, this is super hydrating, so I'm getting like another extra boost of hydration on the skin with this as well. And I'm just going to go ahead and put it underneath my eyes. I like to put that on my eyelids as well. And this is just a really great product, and I think it's going to be fantastic when we get into the summer months and maybe we don't want to be wearing as much makeup. This is just going to give your skin a nice little tint, and then I'll use the concealer that I use normally when I'm not going to be using foundation, kind of show you what it looks like just together. I'll just kind of use all the products today, but in general I would usually use this along with a concealer, not necessarily top it with a foundation, but I totally can, if that makes sense. Okay, this is what this looks like on my skin, and then I'm going to take one of my new favorites. This is the Laura Mercier. This is her new Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Concealer, and I have this in the shade 2C2, and I have fallen in love with this concealer. So on a good skincare day, I would just put some concealer on my skin here, and then we would call it a day. Using the Sephora number 57 concealer brush, I am going to take a minute to fan out this concealer. And I love this brush because it just sort of airbrushes that concealer into the skin. Then I'm taking my Sephora full coverage angled sponge, and what I like to do is just kind of tap everything in to the skin. Okay, so on good skincare days, I would just do this and then move on to the rest of my makeup. But we're gonna go full on today. I'm gonna use as many of the products that I recommended on my face as possible so you can see them in action. The next thing I'm gonna use is like one of my newest obsessions, and that is from Dior. This is the Forever Glow Star Filter. I am kind of obsessed with this. I'm in the shade 2 In, and this is another one that I will often just wear as foundation with the concealer, but again today we're going to use this as primer. So I'm going to get really gussied up today. So I'm going to take a pump of this shade and I am going to put this on my skin, but as you can see, it's a pretty darn good match for me, and it's going to just make my skin look healthy and glowy. I just love it. So I like to usually start with my fingertips, and I even put a little underneath my eyes to brighten. And then I'm coming back to my little sponge here, and I'm just gonna tap everything in to the skin. Okay, then for today's purposes, I'm actually going to use my Guerlain Terracotta La Tante. I am in the shade 2C, and this is one of my ultimate favorite foundations. I just love the finish of this. It is not too matte, it is not too dewy, it just gives me like really healthy skin and I just love it. So I'm going to put this on top of that Dior, but again, I don't always feel the need to layer up as much as I am today. But I just want to show you these awesome products that you can pick up at the Sephora savings event. Now with this foundation, I generally like to use a brush. I'm going to be using my IT Cosmetics Heavenly Complexion brush. This is one of my ultimate favorite brushes ever, and I will use that to buff it into the skin, and then I can go back through with my sponge just to kind of take off any excess product that I don't need so it doesn't look cakey. And I just love that 2C because I feel like it gives my skin a little life, if that makes sense. So if you are my skin twin, you will see that I mostly go with cool undertone foundations because what I have found is that I am a cool neutral, but if I go with a neutral foundation, which I totally can get away with, it sometimes pulls a little gray and muddy on me, whereas the cool shade actually gives my complexion a little life. That was a question I got, was somebody asking me why I didn't just go with neutral foundations, and that is what I learned through having color analysis as well as having a few professional makeup artists kind of say the same thing to me, was just that I actually want to bring out a little bit of life to my skin, especially as I am aging. You don't want anything that's going to kind of dull or kind of make your skin look flat, and that's what the neutrals sometimes will kind of pull out the gray and just kind of make me look just a little flat, and we don't want that. Okay, next I'm going to put on one of my new favorite blushes, and I noticed that they just launched the same blush color in the soft pinch powder version that looks so pretty. So I may be picking that up at the sale as well, because it just looks so gorgeous. But for now, I have this in Hope, and I just have been loving this nude mauve shade because, again, it sort of livens up my complexion, but it's not too much. It's a little bit subtle. It literally goes with any eye look, and it is just fantastic. Isn't that just the best color? I love, love, love it. Usually I put my face trace on first, but I got so excited about the blush that I did that first. No problem. My Westman Atelier face trace face contour in Biscuit, my ultimate favorite. I'm going to go ahead, take a little bit of that, sculpt out a little bit of cheekbones here, and then I like to shorten my forehead. I will often come down the side of my nose and here, and then I'll do a little underneath to disguise any double chin. We don't want that. And then I'm going to use my Westman Atelier blender brush. This is another one that I love, and this one's just slightly bigger. You can totally use the Heavenly Complexion brush. I just find that the flat top of this really buffs that product into my skin. So if you are intrigued by her brushes, they are good as well. And I'm just going to kind of blend that in underneath my chin. Come down the side of the nose. And I think today we're going to do simple eye look, so I'm actually going to go back in and I'm going to put a little bit of that on my eyes. Do you see how that just gave a little contour? I love it. And I'm going to use a simple cream eyeshadow stick today to do a quick, easy eye. But I like that in my crease. Gives a little definition here. Then I'm going to put on my favorite highlighter. This is the Forever Glow Maximizer in pink. It is just perfection, so gorgeous. I love, love, love it. Then I'm going to set my makeup with my Westman Atelier Vital Skincare Pressed Powder. Love, love, love that. And I am just going to lightly set everything. Slowly adding back a little color to the face, and then I'm going to be using my Gucci bronzer. I have it in the shade 2 absolutely love this. And I'm going to be using my La Mer Fluffy Powder Brush. This is an investment brush, but it is something that I use every single day, and it is just so fabulous. So I'm going to put a little bronzer on my skin here, and then I'm going to use a little bit of bronzer in my crease as well. As I said, we are using quick, easy makeup today, but I really love to use this bronzer as eyeshadow, and it just kind of makes the whole look nice and cohesive. And then I'm using my Laura Mercier Caviar Stick. This one is in Amethyst, and it is just like the easiest eye look, but it has a nice impact as well. So what I like to do is put some of that Amethyst kind of near the lash line, and then I'm going to blend it out. And it's such a perfect color. You can use your fingertips, that's the beauty of these caviar sticks, or blend it out with a brush, but it's just going to give such a nice little subtle shadow on the eye. And Amethyst also looks fantastic if you have hazel or green eyes. I feel like it pops it just a little bit. I think it looks fantastic with blue eyes. It looks good with all eye colors, actually. Amethyst is a good all-around color. And then what I like to do is use this as eyeliner as well. So I'm just going to run a little bit down in this waterline. And then do a little bit more near the lash line up on the top. A little definition on the eye, but so easy. Okay, so just a little wash of color, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my two Gucci Essentials. This is my favorite brow product from Gucci. It is the best little eye pencil, especially for those of us who are not great with brows. It's very forgiving. And then I'm going to be using their L'Obscure mascara as well. And I will go ahead, whip through that so I don't bore you to death. I meant to recommend this for the savings event, but I'm a huge fan of this Christian Dior La Balm. This is like the best little hand cream multi-purpose product to have in your purse. It is just fantastic. So I wanted to go ahead, put on my hand cream here. I just love this. It's hydrating, it's not sticky or too heavy. You can use this on your lips, and I also like to use this product for my little flyaways as well for your hair throughout the day. So this is something that I always have in my purse, and I also love to gift this. This is something that I have gifted to others and they have absolutely loved it. So I just thought I would go ahead and mention this while it was at the top of my mind. Okay, then for lips, I pulled out a favorite lip combo from Flawless. As many of you know, I love, love, love their Forget the Filler line, and I actually really love their lip liners as well. And today I'm going to be using Pink Sand along with my Lavender Sorbet. It's just a really pretty combination. So this is Pink Sand right here, and I'm just going to line my lips. Going to take my finger and just blend that into the lip. And then I love this Lavender Sorbet. It just sort of screams spring to me. And this is the shade Lavender Sorbet. So as you can see, the liner is slightly darker, and that's why I just kind of blended it into my lips as a base. And then what I do is put this Lavender Sorbet on top, and it just seems to work really well. Just such a pretty lip combo. I highly recommend the Forget the Filler lip glosses. They are amazing. I love all the colors. They're just fantastic. And then I am going to set my face with a product that I forgot to mention as well. That is the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Love, love, love this. This has been a repeat purchase, so always good to stock up on favorites. A little fresh pick-me-up. And then I have a brand new perfume that is available at Sephora. I did pick up the new Kilian Sun-Kissed Goddess. First of all, who doesn't want to be a sun-kissed goddess? But I had heard that this was a must-get from one of my fellow perfume friends, Deb. She was like, you have to get it. So first of all, let's unbox this beauty. Stunning little limited edition bottle here. Again, beautiful white and gold. And no, this is not a first impression. I have been wearing this beauty here, so I'm going to go ahead, spray this on. And this was a love at first sniff. This is the perfect spring summer scent. It is a bit tropical. I say this in the best way possible, but it does have a little touch of that suntan lotion vibe, but I mean it in the kind that smells so good and it reminds you of being someplace fabulous. You're walking on the beach, you're drinking a little fruity cocktail, and you are just enjoying life. That is what this fragrance smells like to me. And let me give you the notes real quick. In the top notes you have bergamot and neroli, and then in the middle notes you have tiara flower and ylang ylang. Both of those are going to give you a little tropical vibe. And then in the base notes you've got coconut, vanilla, labdanum, and gaiac wood. And I am not necessarily somebody who loves coconut scents. Like, I like them, but they're not something that I traditionally gravitate towards, and that is what I like about this fragrance. There is a touch of coconut in here. You are going to smell that. To me, it smells like some sort of yummy coconut drink, but it's the florals in here that I think are stunning, and then it is sort of grounded by that gaiac wood, a little touch of like coconut powderiness from that labdanum, as well as that beautiful vanilla. This perfume makes me feel as if I am someplace fabulous in a really beautiful sundress. I am walking on the sands. I am drinking something fabulous, maybe even like a freshly cracked coconut, like the coconut water. That's what this smells like to me. I don't even tan, but this makes me feel as if I'm one of those bain de soleil ladies with that perfect golden tan. That is what this fragrance is taking me to. I also think this fragrance could be like a perfect bridal scent for somebody who may be doing a wedding in a tropical venue. I think that a mother of the bride would feel very stunning in this fragrance. I do think the beautiful white crisp bottle with the gold sort of has an element of sophistication in this fragrance. So it's not your typical sort of coconutty body lotion vibe at all. This one has a very elegant vibe to it as well. And I've just been loving this because the weather got up to like 75 this weekend and I was wearing this and it just felt like it went so appropriately with the sunny weather. So wanted to mention this one as a total win because saving any amount of money on perfume always makes me happy, and this is a happy fragrance. Just absolutely love it. It is a stunner, and I wanted to thank Deb for that little push to go ahead and pick it up. Okay, so this is a full face of Sephora favorites. Wanted to show you those in action. I am still shopping the savings event, so please let me know what you're picking up. Let me know what I need to give a try. And as always, I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I will be back with another video soon.